It'd be funny if I dropped this coffee on my lap trying to hide the logo, innit? It would be funny. It would be funny. Me, I have Fawole and the amazing Christy.
Hello.
In the studio. What's happening?
I'm okay, and you?
I'm good. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Comment vas-tu?
Très
Oh,
bien,
très
merci.
bien. Ok, super. Moi aussi.
Merci, merci. How do I say? See, I know a little bit of French. A little bit more than we could have what? So I don't know. We throw that one away now. We use better ones, you know. See how fast I speak. Yeah, now throw that one away, man. That's just...
Ayo was always saying to me in French, "Sacre bleu," and "Sacre bleu" is a very old French.
Yeah, but it's like when you say, "Oh my God."
Yeah,
say,
Sacre bleu.
And I like this stuff, and
it's
even though some people have got whatever they want to say about the French and all that, like I love the French language, I like French.
What about the French?
Huh?
What about the French?
What about the French?
Yes, please.
What do people say about the French?
Explain.
People say they're arrogant. They're very
Arrogant.
very oh, we're better than certain people. They have a certain way they carry themselves. Just the history, man. Just that kind of like thing, like I'm the best, like that kind of thing. But I love French food, French women. I love French culture.
So if you like French, you like everything.
Yeah, I do. I even like the tenacity that I believe some certain French people have. When they talk, it's like they don't give a shit.
It's true that we speak our mind. That's true.
Yeah, they don't care.
We don't care. We're not like
rude,
English
mate.
people, British people that are very, but we just say it the way we have to say it.
Yeah. And it's just straightforward. It's
Yeah.
Like, so I can't speak French. That's what we have to do. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do admire them for that. And then you got the whole, because we've been over this many times. The way in the Matrix when the guy says speaking French is one of the most beautiful languages. I've tested all the languages. And by far, French is the most eloquent. It's the most beautiful. It's like even when you curse, it's like wiping your ass with silk. Yeah, no, that's what he does. That's what it is. So,
That's the first time I hear that.
Yeah, it's the truth. Christine,
Yes.
what's happening?
What's happening? Well, I'm in London, as you
Yes.
can see. I'm in London to be here for a showcase.
Showcase.
Yes.
Okay.
A showcase about domestic violence.
Okay.
And it's a show that I've been doing in Belgium now for 10 years.
For 10 years?
Yeah, 2024. I started in 2014.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But with breaks. So it's not like 10 years, but with breaks.
So let me give your my acronym for you. You can give your own. Okay, so I would say you're an innovator, you're a director, you're a writer, you're a producer, you're an artist yourself, you're a creator. Is there any more labels
That's
you add to your list of add to your repertoire?
Except the fact that I am exceptional, no. I don't
Yeah, high five me on that. High five me on that. I don't know why that popped into. I think it jumped from my head to yours, but you
forget
got
that?
I like that. It was
I'm
floating around.
joking, I'm joking, please. I know I'm French and arrogant, but...
No, you are exceptional. Seriously.
No.
I swear down, like, wallahi, it was just on the front of my head that I was going to say it, and you said it. So,
Oh, really?
Well, you can
So
have
I read your mind.
yeah. All right, I projected it into yours. Come on.
Now, can I say something about you?
Say anything you want.
Okay,
Just
so...
delete it out.
So Ayo, as you can see, has a lot of energy. But what I like about Ayo is that he's very passionate about acting and what he does. And he has an enormous talent.
Oh, thank
And I think personally, because, I know you,
you. Don't tell everyone.
I think that you haven't used it enough. You haven't used it enough to its full potential.
Okay.
Yeah. But you are very talented, and I'm very happy that we can work together.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that we were able to, to meet up again, to catch up again and everything.
Yeah.
Through Serena.
Yeah, big up Serena.
Big up Serena.
Let's give these guys a history. So you and I met. What year did we meet?
We did Breach, no? Yeah, Breach.
Breach first?
Yeah, yes, I think so. No, Cinderella, sorry.
Yeah, Cinderella first.
Cinderella,
So we met
sorry. Yeah.
Doing, you co-wrote and you was directing
Yes.
a pantomime.
Yeah.
I think it was maybe the second pantomime I was in. It's called Cinderella under the Afro-Caribbean fever,
Yes.
which you're trying to bring back. And you were so great. You was gracious enough with the help of Serena to cast me in the in the play, and that's when we started working together.
Yeah, exactly. Chichi?
The comic relief I was in that play. It's called I was a comic
so
relief,
funny.
but yeah, it was a great experience.
Yeah.
Because to get to know you and the rest of the cast.
Yeah.
And since then we haven't really looked back, and our relationship's grown.
Yeah, it's true.
And yeah, so having the opportunity to be in this play in the showcase that you're putting on now, which is going to be a condensed version of the full-length play that you've been running in Brussels for the
Yes.
past 10 years,
Yeah.
and it's dealing with domestic violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I'm just happy to work with everything. But let's talk about the play and why you started the play. Let's talk about why you started writing and directing. What was the catalyst? What was the actual thing? What you woke up one day, I'm gonna write. I want to produce.
I don't even know. I think that with my friend, when we start writing Cinderella, it was just, something that we wanted to do together. And so with Jacqueline, and
Big up Jacqueline.
big up Jacqueline. And then I don't know. And then as I was writing, I just realized that I like writing.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Because I was already writing like some love stories, in my backpack.
Isn't that like? Did you put pen to paper? Yeah.
Yes, I was writing, some love stories, and so, I asked people to read it and all that kind of stuff, but I never published or whatever. But, but when we did Cinderella, it was the first time that it was out. That's something that I wrote with someone was
Yeah,
out.
so what was happening? What was you having some? No pun intended. Was you having wine and cheese and grapes? Because that's what the French do. He's like, oh, let's write a play. Or what? How was? What was?
But it's really funny because we were both at that time in London.
Yeah.
And I think we were like fed up of like 9-to-5 job.
Here we go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Where it come from? They got to come from somewhere. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now we're getting to the meat. Go on.
So what she did, she left for Japan because she really wanted to do something else. So she went to Japan for dancing and stuff. And I stayed in London. And so we were writing, back and forth. And we were even sending the script by fax. I'm not going to tell you my age, okay? Because fax is so far.
Oh, wow.
far.
Yeah. There was faxing. We're talking way back. Way back. You faxing. Fuck, not even email. Faxing,
Faxing,
that must have cost a couple of quid. You got to find a fax.
No, I was doing it through work. So, so yeah. And then we decide to go back to Belgium to produce it. You see what I mean? And so when I went to Belgium, there was a charity that need a president. Yeah. And so they asked me if I wanted to be president. I said, yeah, okay. But I said, can I do a show through that charity? And they said, yeah, you can. So I said, okay, then that's fine. And so we went back to Belgium and then we put on the show.
Okay, so really it was birthed out of a necessity to change your life. Like basically, both of you were fed up with what you was doing.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Just a different horizon, different future for yourself.
We just were fed up of, we just thought, okay, that can't be life. You see what I mean? So yeah, something exciting.
The first time you put it on.
It was in Brussels. So yeah, it was really funny, and it was an all black cast as well. Yeah. So no, it was really funny because
Viva Africa.
we did it just the African version. Here we did
Viva
the
Africa. I have to say it again. Wakanda, whatever. That's not a real place. Viva Africa. That's a new thing here. We're using that now on this show.
So it was really funny, and I think people were not really expecting, and mostly in Belgium, because in Belgium at that time there was nothing black cast and and all that kind of stuff. So but then people, because it was just fun, but you were in the play here. So it's just fun, and comedy with the music, African music, yes,
language you understand.
Yes.
It was very, very, very immersive. It was very intrusive.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So then I was fed up of Belgium again, so I came back to London. I'm boring very.
You're an artist, though. That's what artists do. You get bored. You want to create, do more things.
And then so we decide to do a Cinderella here. But then with my friend, she's still my friend, but we had some tension because we didn't see the same way. We didn't have the same vision. So then I kept going and do it. And then that's how I met you, and and Kadeen, and I can't remember. I mean, all the other people. And then we did Cinderella here, and it was really funny. But then because
Cleo, don't forget Cleo.
Cleo, and what was the French girl, the other French girl?
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Nelly, yes.
You can say sorry. I don't need to say sorry. I remembered you as Nelly. You know what I'm saying?
Junior.
Junior who? Junior Murray.
Yeah.
How can I forget Junior? Junior doesn't get forgotten. Junior's over there.
Oh yeah,
Junior's part of the furniture.
It's true. So anyway, so we really
Boubacar, not Junior.
Boubacar, he was doing Boubacar, he was doing Cheche, Kadeen, Cinderella. I mean, it was really, really funny. And and what was the thing that was really important for me was to put some Caribbean flavor, because in Belgium, you don't really have a lot of Caribbean people.
It's just salt and pepper.
Yeah, but
and cheese, because it's French.
So we mixed the jerk sauce.
Yeah, jerk sauce, bit of cheese as well, because it's French, isn't it?
With suya.
Yeah. No, because you did.
We mixed.
No, you mixed jerk sauce with suya, with jollof rice.
Yes.
With
an African from Belgium, Congolese
with
music.
kaba. With everything, you mixed everything up, man.
Zouk music as well.
Yeah.
So it was really interesting, because I really want I want that exchange through the arts because it's true that we are all black people in a different country, but we are still the same.
With who?
I mean, I'm saying like the black community in Belgium and in London. Yeah. Sometimes we think that we are different.
Around the world, man.
Exactly, but we are the same.
Say, Viva Africa! That's all I wanted to say.
No, I think it's important, because sometimes there is this kind of separation between, and I think that shouldn't be, because we are all the same.
But the separation is done by other people, though.
But we play into it sometimes.
It's kept going by other people. We keep the narrative going.
Yes, exactly.
But it's from other people.
Yeah.
It was a breakdown of narrative. Definitely.
Yeah.
The play was like, we had representations from all different kinds of black nations,
exactly,
and black culture,
and
it was nice. It was a real amalgamation of
exactly,
from language to culture to food to clothes.
There was even a bit of French. Remember, Boubacar was saying a little bit of French as well. So we are all the same.
Yeah, but French is an African. French is French.
No, French is French, but okay, of course, yeah.
We've got some African-speaking French countries, some French-speaking African countries, and other stuff. But listen, we're not going to go into that. We're going to go into that. People Africa, but people are from
Wakanda.
Yeah. If we could make Wakanda, it'd be great. Yeah. So what kind of obstacles did you face?
Oh gosh, they are
because remember you had a partner doing it initially with you when you were doing it in Belgium. And then you had the charity behind you, so that helped. So when you brought it over to London, did you still have the same resources, or did you have to find another way to facilitate your goal?
No, when I was in London, I think this is when I started funding it myself. So but the thing is, the thing is as well, you can find people, like for example, we play at Oh Heart, if I remember.
Oh Heart.
So and then we didn't have to pay for the venue. It was a sharing stuff. Yeah. But most of the time, it's true that I have to fund it. So sometimes it's not easy because you are limited. So when you have to fund it yourself, because I'm not a millionaire yet, but
And let me answer your question, yeah?
Yes.
Even though you say you was limited,
yeah,
you still managed to put on what I consider to be an amazing production without much limitations. I mean, at times you may have said, okay, we haven't got money and so on and so forth. With me being a cast member of that particular production, although I was aware that we was on a budget, the fact that we was on a budget, I don't think affected the production or affected the actors inside the project. So even though you said you was limited, you never let yourself be limited. You became limitless. Because you came here, you done it. No matter what, you put it on. We put it on in quite a few theatres.
Yeah, we did a lot. It's true.
You had a bag of actors. Yeah. Which even if you had the best, well-behaved actors, which you did, if you had the best, well-behaved actors, it's still hard to kind of like manage people, do everything you're doing.
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah.
It's like you did something phenomenal. I'm telling you. I'm trying to do shows now, and I do shows now, so I'm aware of how much goes into it.
Yeah,
Anything
exactly.
can go wrong. Like
Not everything, and even at the last minute, and you're there, you're crying,
Yeah.
you're praying, you say, God, please don't let me now. I didn't go that far for this to happen. You see what I
Yeah,
mean? And so
yeah,
you have
yeah,
to
yeah.
find always ways to find solution. You have to manage people because, and mostly artists are difficult.
I want you.
Artists are difficult because usually they are very egocentric. I don't know.
Egocentric.
Yeah,
egocentric.
yes. You
would
see
say
what I
They're
mean?
complex.
I
say artists
don't
are complex.
know.
I would say me being an artist, also the complex.
Oh,
You're an artist,
really? Well,
you're entitled to your opinion.
difficult
But,
complexity.
yeah, I mean, yeah, you got that. I totally concur. People say artists can be egocentrical,
Yes.
difficult sometimes, very
Yeah.
diva-ish, bougie. But then, me being an artist, I know that certain times, what is expected of me, when you want me to hit the target, is expected of me. Whatever it takes me to
You
get
provide,
there,
yeah.
you need to help me get there. Do you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Like when you're on
it's true.
stage and certain artists are portraying certain characters and they're doing it, and you're gone. You're all the way in Lapland, or you're all the way through the line of Witch of the Wardrobe because of how good their character is.
Yeah,
it takes
it's true.
something away from the actual
It's
person
true.
to do certain things. So sometimes whatever it may take for them to get there. If you really want that, let them do what they need or don't. Like, do you know what I mean?
Well, I don't
Like,
know.
Like, no, this isn't directed at you, but it's directed. No,
But-
wait, let me just say
yeah.
this. It's not directed at you. But it's like, shut the fuck up and let me do my process. This is my process.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I need to walk around in my underpants, if I want jelly beans and I want this, and I
Yeah.
want that, and you want King Lear, or you want
Yeah.
what's the guy Alonzo? You know, like King Kong ain't got shit on me. You know, like the real characters. Let us do our thing, innit?
Yeah.
The world's crazy. You want to see crazy?
No,
Let us be
exactly.
crazy.
You have to be real on
Some artists they can just switch on and off.
Yeah.
And others they're a bit, you know.
Yeah, they need some time.
Yeah.
But but I think it's. But I mean, still.
And some of them, sorry, one more thing, they got their ego stroked.
Yes, go.
Some of them like their ego stroked. You agree?
No, but I can understand because when you want to be in front, you have to be a little bit egocentric. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
You
yeah,
see what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Because,
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
example, sometimes people ask, "Oh, you don't want to be an actress?" I said, "No, I want to stay at the back. I don't want people to see me. I don't want." You see what I mean? So but sometimes wants to show himself or herself. Obviously,
Yeah,
it has to be
yeah.
that type of character.
Do you think that statement that you just made is valid?
Well, it depends on the people, of course, because you
understand
have
what I'm saying?
very shy people
Yeah.
who are very good actors as
Yeah.
well. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But mostly, it's people who like to show up.
So now, what I will say to you is why I asked that question is because even though you're not in front of the thing, you're when you're formulating your art and you're writing stuff, you're writing for your stuff to be in front of people's stuff.
Yes.
It's still your name on the thing. Do you understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you're still in front of people, even though you're not physically in front of people.
Yeah, exactly.
you
I'm
are
not
actually,
physically.
A part of you is in front of people. And even though you might not be there and they might not say, oh, what, Christy, they still know, oh, you wrote this. Oh, what was the director thinking then? You know, like, and they may still come to you and say, oh,
Yeah,
do you
but
understand? So
yes, it's
technically,
true.
by default, you still are. You're in the limelight. That's all I'm saying. Like, a part
Yes.
of you is in that realm.
But people usually are more attracted to the actors and actress.
Yeah, you can
You
see
see?
him in a cut. Like,
Is-
you can sit in the back and be like,
Because and I think people maybe who are more into direction maybe would be more interested to meet me.
yeah,
But I think the usual public would like to talk to the actors. You see what I mean? Because
Yeah.
when we do the play in Brussels, for example, people after they always go and talk to the actors.
Of
They
course.
don't come and talk to me.
people.
You see what I mean?
It's like monkey see, monkey do. It's
Yes,
the
because
visual.
they've been, yes,
seen,
you see what I
yeah.
mean? And then they say, oh, that's the director. And, then,
And
oh.
they've been taken away.
Yes,
in
and
their
because
mind.
they oh, she's like me, and then after they always want to talk to that person and all that kind of stuff. So, but me, I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
You can just slip through peacefully. Yeah,
Yes,
because
I
you don't
can
want
just
as
go
much attention.
and
too
eat
much
my,
attention.
eat my chicken and.
So what would you say was the pinnacle of that of Cinderella? What would you say was the highest point you had when you was doing Cinderella? When you did it, you was like, oh, I know every show was good, but you was just like, you was
Yeah,
happy.
exactly.
Because there's been times when you're pulling your hair out and everything's going not wrong, but what you perceive to be wrong, and it's stressful, and oh my God, we haven't got a venue, and I've got
Yeah.
to feed them, and my accommodation. I know coming to things, but when was there a point where you said,
I think it's always at the end when the day of the performance, when I see people happy because this is what of course I'm more interested into is that the people are happy, that they are happy to have paid their tickets to come and enjoy and, you know, and talk about it. This is when I'm saying, it was worth it.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? But during the process,
Yeah.
I don't know how many times, you know, I want to give up because it's too much.
Artistic chef.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's not too much. It's just it's the thing that separates you and I from the people that won't do it.
Exactly.
That's all it is. It's not too
It's
much.
true.
It's just
true.
It's a process.
It's true.
It's a what's it called in a path of right, a rite of path. What do they call that thing? Rite of passage. It's a rite of passage.
Okay.
It's a rite of passage because if you go, you're like, if you went to another director and you said you put on a show, and you say, yeah, you put on a show, and you say, so what kind of things did you go through? You're like, oh my God, you won't believe it. But they'll understand because they've gone through their own.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Whether it's act or not, but someone who hasn't gone through it, be like, oh, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this.
Yeah.
They don't understand.
And they don't understand that actually no,
I mean,
that won't be possible.
Come on. Or if you want to do that, you're talking about swimming upstream like a salmon. You do understand that, right? You're gonna have to have some serious swimming skills.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what would have been the lowest point then? If at the end of every show was the highest point, what was the point where you just, because there must have been points where you
It's over.
I'm okay. No, what's about? I'm okay.
Now, the lowest point obviously is money, even though when you don't have money, you always find ways to. I think the lowest is when you don't feel like the actors don't understand your process. You see what I mean? Sure. Or if they don't take it seriously, because because you see, like, for example, I always try to give 100, at least 99.9%. And then sometimes you see some actors, they don't even bother to come, or they don't even bother to call, or whatever. You see what I mean? And then it slows down everything. And so this one is a bit hard. Because I think that everything about promotion, all that kind of stuff is still okay. But I think it's really that to be able to be in sync with the actors. And I think that now, because I've done it for more years, it's easier. You see what I mean? For me to be in sync with the actors, because I'm very transparent. I don't know if I should, but I'm very transparent. And I'm always like, okay, if you need to talk, call me or whatever. But still, you know, there's still some issues.
So would you say, because I'm just taking away from what you're saying, you said you said that you got better with it and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But I would dare to say that you would have got better with it, but you also understand that they're just actors. So they'll fuck around. You understand the process more now.
Yeah.
There's certain times where you may have felt like they wasn't stepping up a certain. They're actors, so they behave in a certain funny way. So some things you let slide, so you get there. You understand how things work. It's the things that would have stressed you out before won't stress you out. Do you get what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
But there's certain things like we was rehearsing the other day.
Yeah.
You see how when it's time to, I'm like, focus. When it's time to fuck about them they was talking on the other side. We was talking, they was talking. Fine. When it's time to talk, boom. You know, once you get on board, when it's time to get on board, me personally, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but you are different. That's what.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
No, because that's the thing.
Everyone's different, isn't it?
No, yeah, of course, but that's the thing as well, that sometimes you have a different level of talent. You see what I mean? So when you say you can, you know, you click and you do it, but some people need time.
Yeah, definitely.
You see what I mean?
Definitely.
So if they are distracted, let's say by you, for example.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? The time for them, which there's no surprise.
Which is no surprise. You're going to listen to a few shots being taken. You might not hear them because they may be muffled by the silencer, but they're definitely shots being taken. And you're able to differentiate the shots because Christina will be laughing like, I just shot him. Got him.
It was an example.
Yeah, an example, isn't it? For the shot from your Derringer. Come on. You're still cracking up, you know.
But I'm saying, like, you see what I mean? So, and some people, you just say, okay, let's go. And then, but the other person who has been distracted will have long time to be back into the character and everything, But even that is not even the problem. It's more like when they start not understanding, you know, what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. And
then when there will be tension or if they are not motivated anymore as well, But now it's okay. Now I can deal with it. But before I would take it personally.
Yeah.
When I
you
shouldn't.
revolved. Yeah, you
You see
revolved.
what I mean? Yeah.
So what has changed? How have you changed so you can now how did you adapt? Because I would say when you're working in Brussels it's fine. You have still got a barrier. You haven't got a language barrier. Working over here you've got slight language barrier, whether you don't know if you're being understood what you're saying, as well as you're dealing with actors as well. You know? So how did you manage to get to where you are now, where you sit like now it's okay? Like
I think it's because when I did the play in Brussels,
this is the
Les Bijoux de l'âme, yes.
Les Bijoux. Say the name of it.
Les Bijoux de l'âme.
I fucking love the French like accent. Say it one more time. I'm like, one more time. Les Bijoux.
Les Bijoux de l'âme.
I'm gonna be the lamb.
And la bijou is jewels.
Jules.
But bijou is a name in French.
Yeah.
African is a name.
Yeah.
And
Viva la
l'âme-
Africa! Sorry.
And âme is the soul.
Okay, so bijou is the jewels.
Yeah, but we did a game with the name.
Okay.
We said les bijoux de l'âme, but because we use her name, which is bijou. You
Okay.
see what I mean?
Les bijoux de l'âme.
Yes,
Okay.
so it's because we are following her process when she
Okay.
changed from being in an abusive relationship and then, going out of it. Because this is what, because of what she thought in her mind, she stayed in that relationship. You see what I mean?
Okay, so wait a minute.
So she was certainly thinking crap, like, oh, I'm not worth it.
No, so wait. Let's stop here, right?
Okay.
Because we're gonna lose the people. Because I'm confused a bit now. So, les bijoux de l'âme in English.
Okay, if you have to do literally is the jewels of the soul.
Okay, les bijoux de l'âme, the jewels of the soul. What was I gonna ask you? Let's talk about it now because we're gonna talk. So where did this idea come from, and what is the play about?
Okay, so the play is about Bijou, the main character, who has been abused by her husband for 5 years now.
Okay.
And so her best friend, who is like a strong woman, type of woman, she tells her to, to leave the relationship and just, and be happy and all that kind of stuff. But the problem is that because she's depending on her husband financially and everything, so the only thing she can do is to go to her mom. The problem is that her mom doesn't want her to divorce because she likes the husband, because the husband actually provides for her as well.
Don't give them too much information.
Yes, exactly.
No.
And that's it.
No.
But then, this is actually the story starts when she goes to her mom.
Yeah. So this is a story that I believe is happening out there right now. It's been happening over the years as well, where you may have family members that are not believing the level of what's happening in your household because of the benefits they're getting from your household.
Yeah.
This is putting a spotlight on certain women who are in domestic violence situations or in violent situations and want to get out, that are reaching out to their immediate support group, and some are supporting and some aren't. It's just putting a spotlight on that and showing exactly what the pitfalls, the benefits, and how that actually looks, how that pans out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
What that looks for. It's putting a spotlight on it because we see in the news loads of things in the news, but this is not represented enough.
No.
It's not shown enough, but it's happening every day.
It's happening every day.
The numbers of people are dying from this is seriously high. The number of people that are having mental health problems, the number of people that are like not just the female, but the children as well in these relationships that are having problems. It's a serious issue that needs to be dealt with. So what made you write it? What made you start? What was I wouldn't say catalyst. Was it initial? What's the initial C? What's the word? Like. We have an idea. What was the light bulb? Let's call it the light bulb moment. Was it concept? What was the concept? When did you conceive the idea?
When I conceived the baby.
Thank you, wizard. You're not just there for nothing, are you?
Well, we always say that we take from our own experience.
Okay.
Right? So I was in an abusive relationship when I was very young.
Okay, sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So, but obviously I left.
Yeah. Well, you survived.
Yes, I survived and I left.
Survives.
Exactly. That's why I was like, no, it's your time to go.
Yeah.
So actually, the beginning of the beginning of the story, this is what happened to me. But really, the beginning when I went back home.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
and
So
so
it's partly true story then. Life
I
imitating
mean,
art.
the thing is, I can relate to the main character, and I can relate so maybe why you stay with someone. You see what I mean? All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because some it will be financially, some will be. You see, you have some women sometimes who have, and I think I had that, the savior syndrome. I don't know how you call it. Like you want to save someone.
Okay.
You know when you want
I
to
don't know.
save.
I know this. I know Stockholm syndrome is the
I don't know,
reverse.
is it Stockholm?
No, Stockholm syndrome when you fall in love with your captive.
Yes, but it's like
don't
the
know.
savior syndrome or
Savior syndrome.
superwoman or superman savior.
Captain Saberhole. No, I'm joking. I
But
don't
I
know.
think there is Superman in it.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't know
Well,
what it is, but I understand you feel
So
like
when
you
I
can save the
was
person.
when I was younger,
Yeah.
I was actually always
Google that, please. What that is?
so like you know when you like someone and you see that that person is not really well, you want to save that person. But the problem is that sometimes because the person maybe doesn't realize that he has a problem. I mean, I will say he because I'm a woman. That he has a problem. Then if you're not strong enough, it might take you down with him.
Yeah. What they
see
they
them.
might not want to be saved.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or they want, but they don't know how, and you try, but it doesn't work, and you see that you being there doesn't help. You see what I mean? And it will actually put you down.
But that takes a lot of emotional intelligence. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of confidence to even, because once you've fallen and once you're in love with someone, you're spending time with someone, to be able to break away from that as well is one thing. And one thing to understand someone's got a problem and you want to help them, but you can't help them and you have to break away. That's another level of, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And then you've got the manipulation of it becoming
it's
that's
exactly
involved
the
as well.
manipulation because they know as they know you and they know you are empathy, you know, you have
Empathetic,
empathy.
yeah,
See what I mean?
yeah.
So they know how to make you
Press the
like
buttons,
feel guilty if you leave, blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's okay. Just go. Just leave.
Don't.
Yeah, just go.
But
I'll
no,
be okay.
you know, oh, I'm gonna kill myself. No, you know, and I was believing that, and I was like, okay, that person really needs me when actually those persons are still alive today.
They're really using you, yeah.
So, you know, so don't, please, woman, please don't believe that because it's not true. I'm not saying that some won't commit suicide because I know stories of men committing suicide because maybe they lost someone or whatever. But it's not like always like this. It's just manipulation.
So what I would say, just in this initial thing we're talking about right now is use your support bracket. Talk to people. Don't just base everything on the conversation you're having with your partner, whether it's a male or female. Go outside of that and have other eyes to look at your relationship.
Exactly,
so
because you don't see it anymore.
You don't see it, and you don't just
yeah.
One or two people that you really trust. That's really important.
Yeah, of course.
Really important.
Yeah,
and your situation doesn't define you. Don't let your situation define you. Doesn't define you. Don't let it define you. Don't let no one wash your brain like that.
Yeah.
You're human. You're born alone. You die alone. You don't need to be with that person. If it's not good,
you have to go. You have actually you have to say what, because I did as well an interview in a Belgium TV, and I was saying you have to save yourself because you never know. And you see, the thing is as well with that person, I was projecting myself, and how I was when I was seeing myself in 5 years, I was seeing myself rushing to a center, you know, for women. You see what I mean? Yes, that was for me. That was the only issue that could happen with that guy.
Yes, there was the future was dark as fuck.
So for me, I was like, no, this is not what I want from me. Sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah,
just being you, then you have a child. It's you and a child being a.
You see what I mean? So no, and sometimes I'm thinking, my days, if I stayed with him, I don't know. I don't even know if I would be alive, really.
Yeah.
I really don't know, because the problem is that in domestic violence, the violence goes crescendo. It never goes down. It always goes crescendo.
It always goes up.
Always.
See, you know, I'm glad we're talking about this. We're talking more about the play and everything. I've never heard of that part of this scenario, as in like there's an abuser never decreases their abuse.
No.
You're saying it will always increase, even if it's a small bit, it will always increase.
Yeah.
It will never decrease. Why do you think that is? Let's just, not that we will know a proper answer.
But because we accept, because we don't put a stop to it. Because the thing is, like for example, for me, it starts with a slap. You see what I mean? It starts with a slap. And and it's really funny because I was like big mouth, strong woman, and I was like, no, never, a man will never beat me, whatever. But then when it happens to you, you're like, okay. But then I was so shocked that actually I want him to explain his gesture.
Seriously, so what?
But at that time I was really like, so I just want him to explain me why he slapped me. You see what I mean? And he slapped me in public. It was not even like in a private, he was in the public, and I was so ashamed, and I was like, oh, what did just happen? You see what I mean? And so then we talk about it because I wanted to know what happened. And he, of course, he apologized. So I stayed. But then, it just go crescendo. He was tearing my hair. I mean, all stuff. Of course, insulting because there is always moral, abuse as well.
Emotional abuse,
yes.
yeah.
So it was too much. It was really too much. And sometimes you won't know why. You see what I mean? So, yeah. I mean, everything was an excuse. You see what I mean? Anything was an excuse. And me, I was there trying to help him, trying to get his education and all that kind of stuff. But then you're like, okay, no, I'm sorry. This is not my life. So, yeah.
So look, as we talk, I'm just trying to, the comprehension, like what he could have, when you said to him, what, you say to him why straight away afterwards?
Practically straight away. I was actually very upset. I said, why did you slap me? I said, are you crazy? And then he was like, oh, yeah, let's talk. And I can't even remember why he slapped me, actually. I don't even remember.
So we're gonna move both ways, but like I like to pin things is just say like, hey, where's the camera? If anyone puts their hands on you or does anything like that, at the first sign of it, get the fuck out of there.
Get the fuck.
The fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because like Christine said, it's only gonna increase.
Yeah. And you see, and because of that, I watch a lot of videos of women who has been abused, or I listen to, a lot of women who has been abused. And it's always like that. It starts with like a little thing, and then it just goes to even kill the person. You see?
Yeah.
And then because I left, and I said to women to leave, but even men, because it's true that some men as well.
Yeah, I want to add that. You're right. Yeah, there's this. Men don't even talk about it. We've had people on the show that have been abused by their partners that don't abuse back. They're bigger and stronger, but it's a lot.
So and then some people say, yeah, but the problem is that when the woman leave, this is when it's becoming more dangerous because the men don't accept it. And that's why, well, I don't know if it's why, but actually, and this is when, usually when they kill, is when the woman has left.
Yeah,
you see what I mean?
Yeah.
But still, I mean, and I think this is where I think the government or something, there should be like a protection, something to the woman.
There should be more.
You see what I mean? Yeah, because...
I mean, I'm with you on this, yeah? If I think, like, as we're talking, I think it should be less, would not be less. There should be more emphasis putting on proving the fact that when a woman cries rape, when a man's raped her, that if it's true or not, they should be wanting to find it out before convicting the guy.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to this, grab the guy first, how they grab certain men like as rapists when they're not even rapists. Grab them first. If you're wrong, all right, that's fair.
Yeah.
If you're wrong, cool, because you actually stopped them from killing someone. You know, or if you're wrong, cool, that person can do that. But if you're right, you saved a life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Not when you put these people in jail and they haven't committed rape. Rape's a disgusting, heinous crime. I don't condone it at all. However, there are women saying this happened and it hasn't happened. They're manipulating the system.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, no.
So that's why I'm using it as an example.
Yeah.
I'd rather the system worked more towards you say you got licked down, beat up, you're scared of you're losing your life, and let's really, really delve into that, the way they delve into this other thing. Another thing we want to say about this, because it's like, I got daughters, I got family, you're my family as well. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter if you're a man or woman, these things are fucking wrong. The first sign, it's important.
Yeah.
Especially, it doesn't matter what it is, the first sign is important for you. If you're listening to us right now, if you're a man or a woman, have a real sense of your self-worth. The first time someone steps out of the box, puts their hand on you, talks to you like you're a piece of shit, tries to mug you off because you understand it. Fuck the love, forget the love, because it ain't love no more.
It's
forget
no,
all
exactly.
that shit.
There's no more
and just
love.
leave. Or tell them, look, bam, unequivocally, put your hand on me. You know what?
Yeah.
It's me and you. My people are coming for you. Or this is never happening again.
Yeah.
No, it's serious because this is as we're talking now. I'm learning.
Yeah.
So what I'm learning is because I've never had to be in a situation where I've been abused by my missus before. That's like different. But if you can stop it, this is just my thing. If you can stop it at the very first sign of it, I believe there'll be less chance of there being people being killed over it.
Yeah.
Because my interpretation is like you said. So I slap you today, and then tomorrow I say you fuck off, your bitch. The next minute I say you can't get my fucking dinner. I say, and you keep doing certain things.
Exactly.
When I tell you go and do something and you don't do it, because you've been conforming so much.
Yeah.
Huh? Wait, what? Because the people
No,
must feel like
exactly.
they own
Yeah.
other person. No one owns
Exactly.
no one, but they must. And that's
Yeah.
why I think it escalates to
Yeah.
unless it's just speculative, to the, okay, no, you're going to push the bar out. I'm going to go even harder now to bring you back into toe.
Exactly.
But no, don't even take 1 second of it. Don't take 1
Exactly.
second of it.
Don't even try to. Don't even try. I mean, the thing is, for me personally, I think because I can understand that you can be attached to someone. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if that person maybe did something wrong, like slapping you. But then I think you should break up with that person. Then say to that person, you need to find help. See if he has changed, maybe, and then maybe go back. You see what I mean?
No, you got
Maybe.
go back.
I
Don't-
said maybe.
Yeah.
I know it's not a good advice
don't
because
go
when
back.
you are in love, But the thing is, the problem is that there is no. I don't think
Right,
there's
wrong.
even something to help those men who abuse. There's only if they are in jail that they do program for them to stop abusing. And even I saw one in France, and the guy, they did the program, like 6 weeks program. I don't know what it is really. And then when he got out, he didn't even understand why he can't hit his woman.
Okay,
You
so
see what I mean?
I will go. Me being a man, I don't know if there's no program like that. But me being a man, unpacking this conversation, the only thing that's going to stop these people from doing this shit, I consider, is you join the line straight away. You hit me, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
You abuse me, I'm gone.
I'm with you. I'm
Let me just finish my point. You can jump in. You leave. You hit me, I'm gone. You think me, I'm gone. However, keep your point, please. However, if you're gonna do what you said, you're gonna stay. Be a crazy motherfucker. The minute he puts his hand on you or she puts her hand on you, let them be sleeping or wherever. And I'm saying it serious. Show them how crazy you are. If it's a strap, it's a knife, or whatever. Let them know the next time they put their hands
Exactly.
on you, you're gonna done their dance.
Exactly.
So this is not running. This is a relationship, not an abusive shit. You understand? And let them know
Yes.
that you're willing to go just as far as them. You want to stay, you love them, but you're willing to go just as far as them, and they have to stop this fucking shit. So it's one of the two. And that to me, that's just us talking about it speculatively, because in the actual thing we don't know. But don't let it happen, or if it's
Don't let
happening,
it-
meet them on their fucking same plane, and tell them, you're not the one. Or bring your people, your brothers, your whatever.
Yeah.
Let the family know. Don't hide it anyway.
But that's the thing. That's why in the
Sorry,
play.
Chris. No, sorry,
Sorry,
Chris. Go on.
yes.
Sorry, Chris.
That's
I
okay.
think I was going to say, obviously, if something does happen, the ideal thing is to leave and just nip it in the bud straight away. But there's obviously a reason why a lot of people do
Stay.
Like, what is that problem?
Love. Like I could say.
And
okay,
kids,
look,
some people as well
familiarity.
take the excuse of the kids. They stay for the kids, and they shouldn't. They shouldn't even stay for the kids because the kids will be traumatized. So I don't understand the excuse. I'm staying for the kids. This is
I think that if you once it starts, and I'm gonna, because this really upsets me, this kind of thing. That's why I've been talking. I need you to talk more. Okay, if all that's gonna happen, out them, tell everybody, let everybody know, because that's why these things
Exactly.
get. That's why people get
Yeah.
all this shit as well, because it's under the guise of silence.
you have to talk,
and
but you are so
embarrassment.
ashamed as well. That's
No,
the
but
thing.
okay,
The shame is there.
I can understand that, but I mean, I can't understand it 'cause I've never been through it. But you don't be ashamed. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
Exactly.
ain't done
You shouldn't be
nothing wrong.
ashamed. You shouldn't be
You've done
ashamed.
nothing wrong. But it would be a crying shame if that person feels like they can keep abusing you and no one else knows, because that's what will happen if you don't tell anybody.
Yeah, no,
As
yeah.
much as you're ashamed, no one else knows. So they'll be walking around like their shit don't stink. But they're a wrong one. If everyone knows they're a wrong one, how can they hold their head up high? And certain people will check them if they know. But if they don't know, how can they help
Yeah,
you?
and sometimes as well, usually those men are manipulative.
Yeah,
So
fucking
usually-
wankers.
So usually what's happening is that when you say to another person, because he's really nice to other people, you see what I mean? So
Yeah.
sometimes you have even people who won't believe you.
Yeah.
Or they will say, oh, maybe you did something really wrong. Like there's anything that deserve a slap anyway.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So sometimes as well, you try and then, you can see that maybe, or maybe, some people will say she's stupid to stay. You see what,
Yeah,
you know
but
that you're being judged.
Them people ain't friends. They can fuck off as well.
Yeah, I know, but
That's it. But you say it. But I know. I mean, I don't know. But we're talking about, these are some of the things that prevent people from coming out and talking about stuff. So let's let
Yeah.
we have to just
They have to
really
stop.
let that stop. So so I'm just saying, if you talk to someone, they say, oh, well, maybe they're not hearing you out. They're not really your fucking
Yeah,
friend.
exactly. Yeah,
Seriously, they're not
it's
really your
true.
fucking friend. So talk to somebody else. Like, I've got
It's
friends
true.
who I say stuff to, and they're like, oh, you sure it wasn't you? And nah, before I get upset, like, oh, can't you see I'm pouring my heart out? Can't
Yeah,
you see I need
exactly,
your help? Can't you see-
exactly.
But nah, I'm just like, I'm like, oh, you don't fucking get it. I just
Yeah.
put stuff in my head.
Yeah.
I'm like, I should have told you.
Exactly.
I told someone else to keep to myself. I told someone who can actually help me or talk to me properly, who's got a mature enough brain to
Yeah,
deal with this.
exactly.
Or empathetic, and they love me enough to say, okay, even though it may be this or that, let's unpack this. What is really going on? Like,
Yeah,
rather than me casting an opinion or,
Yeah, exactly. Because sometimes some people, they just want to be heard. Sometimes they
Exactly.
don't even want advice.
Exactly.
But they just want someone to they just want to be listened.
Yes.
And it can help them because they've been talking, so everything come out.
Yes.
And like, for example, in Brussels, so she sometimes come to my events as well. She has been stabbed by her boyfriend.
Stabbed, fucking hell.
But it's good because she survived.
Yeah.
But there was so many red signals that at that time she didn't
many red
even-
flags, yeah.
Yes, she didn't realize till the day he actually stabbed her.
Yeah.
So it's
Sometimes
and
you
it
can't
was
predict it.
over. You see it. So that's why I can understand why sometimes some people say, "Oh, don't say to leave," because this is when the woman is more in danger.
What, to leave?
Yeah, because usually when the man tries to kill his ex, is usually when she left. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why when I say leave, you see what I mean?
Leave under certain things.
Leave,
Yeah.
some people say you shouldn't say that because when the woman leaves, this is when she's more in danger.
Okay,
but
so-
I still believe that she should leave.
Yeah, I concur with you. Leave. But also, what I will add, let's add some other stuff to it. Make everyone around you aware of what's going
Yes.
on. Try and find a safe place to be in where you have support and protection. So leave. But the primary thing, I've got daughters as well. The primary thing here for us to teach anybody, male or female, in an abusive relationship, in an abusive situation, the minute you identify it,
Go.
address it.
Yeah.
The first time it happens, address it.
Yeah.
Because when it builds, that's when people, like I, in my opinion, people feel like they have a hold over someone, and they feel like they've beaten her or beaten him 5 times. They've left, they've come
Yeah.
back, and they fucking love me. Who the fuck they think they're going with? And I think that will escalate if they
Yeah.
understand. And I can't comprehend the inner workings of a crazy person's mind, but if they understand the first time they did it, no, you're not the one. They may very well move on to the next person because bullies don't like people who don't want to be bullied.
Exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying? Whether or not
Exactly.
you still get beat, don't allow
Yeah.
people to bully you because
Exactly.
this is just bullying, basically.
Yeah. No, but and the thing is that even those type of people, you can't even tell them half of what they tell you when they insult you. You see what I
Yeah.
mean? Because sometimes you can be very, there were points where I was like, when if he was, hitting me, I was hitting him back.
Yeah.
But then it was actually worse.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Because they just can't handle it. You see
Yeah.
what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, everybody's different, but I do think that there are some stuff you need to do. You need to prepare. Like you said, if you leave, of course, leave safely.
Leave
You know,
safely,
leave
yeah. Make
safely.
everyone aware. Make
Yeah.
everyone know where he's at, what's going on, where she's at, what's going on. Let them know everything. Everything.
But some
Post
people
on
don't-
social media,
but
everything.
Some people don't want to interfere. You see, some people don't want to interfere. So
I just say we're gonna move back onto the play and everything. And,
Yeah.
More about the play, but all that other shit. Fuck all that other shit. Who cares? Your life and you are more important than whether people want to interfere or not interfere. But you are more important than anything, and you have to have
okay.
a self worth.
But there's another thing as well. I do think as well that, because me personally, that relationship maybe last 1 year. I mean, even less, I think. But you see some people who have been there for maybe 10 or 15 years, sometimes the thing is, they will never think that
They can,
they will never think that your partner will kill you. You see what I mean? Maybe they will say, okay, maybe he will hit me or whatever, whatever. But they will never think, okay, now I'm in danger. He's gonna kill me. You see what I mean? And this is when then the thing happened. You see, so I think they need to really understand it's better to leave because you never know, because it could even be an accident. You see what I mean?
You get out of my head.
Yes. No, but it's true.
We know stuff in it, and everyone knows. Like just one blow could kill somebody. The right blow in the right place could kill you.
Yeah.
Just one hands literally could kill you. One blow in the right hand,
Yeah.
or elongated like spout of anger. Grab someone by the neck.
Exactly.
Before you, depending on your strength, before you're not dead. You know what I'm saying? It's serious. Les bijoux de...
Les bijoux de l'âme.
Les bijoux de l'âme. Les bijoux de l'âme.
And actually, that's why as well, after the showcase,
Yeah.
there will be a debate actually with some experts expert in domestic violence, no, people who work in domestic violence who will be there as well. And so that will be good as well to have that type of conversation with the audience and the people there, maybe to understand how to do a report. You know, when you have your partner who is abusing you, because sometimes as well you can always, even though, I don't know, if the police sometimes, I don't know, well.
The authorities are not they should be.
I think, you know what they do now? They train the police because how to receive someone who come and say that she has been abused, because sometimes they don't really,
They're not sympathetic.
yeah, exactly. So they have to train the people, the police to do
They're
that.
constantly fucking training. Skills. But what I like as well, though, going back to what I said earlier on, when they get things of domestic violence, whether or not the woman presses charge, I think they still carry it on now. Do you understand?
The what, sorry?
So if they get a report of domestic violence,
Yeah.
irrespective of whether the person who's abused wants to pursue it or not,
Yeah.
once the police get that thing on them, they pursue it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think that's a law here in this country now.
Yeah, I hope so, because
I think they changed the law.
because
I don't know. I think
yeah, because in most story that I saw, the police knew about it. The police had reports, but sometimes as well the woman remove it, because when she goes back to the husband, to the partner or husband, he ask her to remove the complaint. You see what I mean? And then she will do it. You see, so
But see, that's the thing. What I'm trying to say to you now is, I think that you can't hear. So even if once
okay, so that's good.
I think it's getting like that. So once the thing's been filed, even if the woman doesn't want to press it or she wants to remove it, once it's there.
That's good.
Because once I think
That's
what's
good.
going on.
I hope
Once
so.
It's there, it's there.
Yeah, but I think this is what we need as well, to understand. A lawyer maybe to come, will come
Is-
and explain.
Clear
to
the laws.
see, yeah.
So bijou de l'âme, let's talk with you said bijou de l'âme. So when you was a victim of domestic violence, that was where it derived. But then what was the other parts, the other components that encouraged you to write this and put this on and put this out? Because obviously this was was it pre-Cinderella or post-Cinderella?
Yeah, pre-Cinderella.
Pre-Cinderella. So you've
Long time ago.
You've been carrying this bag with you.
Long time, yeah.
Yeah, so you've been carrying it, but when you decided to do it, there's a space between it.
Yeah.
What was the other thing that gave you the catalyst to start it?
Well, when I went back to Belgium, I was actually, because I did bridge here in London, and one of the characters, Bijou, actually was abused.
Hold on.
When
Let's
we
talk
did
about
bridge.
Let's talk about bridge. Because people won't know what we're talking about if we don't talk about it. Bridge, what's bridge? Yeah, they don't know you're a serious writer.
Web
and a
series.
director. So you had a web series too.
Yes,
Called
web
Bridge.
series called Bridge. Yes.
And what was it? If you had to compare it to one of the great soap operas of my time, I would say Dynasty,
Oh, really?
Dallas, Falcon Crest, EastEnders, Brookside. What would you compare it to?
I don't know. Maybe Sex and the City. I don't know.
Sex and the City. Okay.
I don't know, because it's more about relationship and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't say that one. Noticed that.
But
now back, Carrie.
because it was about 4 friends, and then each friends had a story.
Okay.
So, and one of the story was Bijou,
Okay.
who was abused by her husband.
Okay.
That was
I'm
played
glad
by
that-
Yona Odum and Eddie Connor. Yeah,
Okay.
Eddie Connor was Jack. And then we have Segilola as well, who is now a good an Hollywood actress, etc. I mean, anyways, Well,
What's her
really
name? Say the
good.
name again, 'cause when you talk
Segilola, Segilola.
Segilola.
Or Dan, or Dan.
Yeah, your
Well,
French accent
Well,
with a Yoruba. That's a Yoruba name, you know. That's
so yeah.
different. But
So anyway, big up to all the people at in the web series.
big up to
Breach,
the web series Breach.
Breach.
Excuse me, I think I actually done an episode, but she didn't say nothing about that.
Yes, he was there.
I was in it as well.
Of course, you were
God,
there.
she missed me out. I was actually in the thing, you know.
You see, I've been working with that guy since. So anyway, yeah. So one of the character was Bijou. So then I had to go back to Belgium. So when I was in Belgium, I didn't know because I had to start from scratch because when I was in London, things didn't go the way I wanted. So I had to go back to Belgium, and I didn't know what to do. I still wanted to do theater and series and stuff, but I didn't have it. Even I didn't have the money and and all that kind of stuff. And so I just thought, okay, which story could I take? And do a play about it that will maybe interest the African community in Belgium, you see? And then actually I felt that the domestic violence would be more, they could more relate to it. And so that's why I chose the story and then I develop it to the play Les Bijoux de l'âme.
Okay.
Yeah. Les Bijoux de l'âme.
Yeah, les bijoux de l'âme. How did it feel for you having been a victim of domestic violence, and this being so close to your own story and to your heart and to your art form, and then taking it out from Breach and developing this one story? How does that make you feel? How has that affected you? And what are how have you felt when you've had some of the testimonies? Because you must have had testimonies. You know, like when you say you do the plays, you have testimonies from people who come and say, look, I went through that. Thank you for doing this, or that reminded me of this, or people just coming. I don't know. You got to tell me what kind of feedback have you had, and how has it affected you personally, or how do you feel like personally, as in from your dream, from what you went through and everything, and getting it up, because this is changing people's lives, even if it's showing you the levels. Because some people have got no comprehension of what goes on behind closed doors. So even though it's through a dramatization, it's still being illuminated for you. So how do you feel about that, and what kind of feedback have you gotten, and how has the feedback made you feel as well?
Yeah, the thing is, I only, how do you call it? Come out of the closet? How do you say that?
Yeah. That's for gay people, but don't worry about it.
I actually just came out with my story in 2022.
Okay.
So I never said, so nobody knew that it was coming from, that I experienced it before.
Okay, so even deeper, because you like I'm saying, no one knows, but you know.
Yeah, I know.
You know, so even when sometimes when you watch a thing, like the actions going through, sometimes when you see people coming in, like you can see people, like, like you see a woman come to you and say, thank you so much, but you can see that they've been through stuff, and that, what you've tried to do has actually worked, because if you've got someone who's come back to you and said, thank you so much, what your initial goal, it's worked. To a point, you've reached out and touched someone who maybe wouldn't have been touched and knows there's help, you know? What did that feel for you? What kind of emotions did that invoke? And what kind of stuff have you... I'm asking like 20 questions.
No, the thing is that is good is that actually to be a play like this, it's people will then open up to talk about what they've been through. You see what I mean? Because I don't think that if I did a conference about it, maybe they won't. But because it's a play, and as well it's very funny, so you see, you don't even realize, like, so people say, I cry, I laugh, I cry, I laugh, etc., etc. And then obviously Bijou is the main character, but for them it's Bijou. It's not maybe Natalie or whatever. For them it's Bijou. So they will go as well and talk to her and say, I went through this as well and all that kind of stuff. So most of the people went to her actually. But it's nice because then when you have feedback from people who send text and message, this is when you realize that it happens to a lot of women.
Mate, too many, man.
This is when you realize that it happens to a lot of women.
Too many.
Yeah.
You realize how much is going on in the dark. And Bijou's you. Bijou's every woman that's been abused.
Exactly.
Bijou's everything. So even when they're going to, they're going to use, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, and then one day we had a woman, she was from a center. So obviously, because there's one scene, and that scene when we see, but this is the only scene when we see the beating.
I shouldn't know. I'm the one fucking doing it, ain't I? Got me as an abuser, ain't they, in the play? I like playing the romantic interest. Give me the camera a minute. I like playing I like playing the Mr. Lover.
But you're really good in that abuse role.
Oh, mate. mate.
But so that woman, when she came, she was actually crying, and she said that she couldn't actually watch the scene. And then after the show, she came backstage, and she was with her daughter, because I mean, sometimes I'm thinking what I went through, it's nothing compared to some stories that you hear stories, you're just thinking, no, it's not possible. It's not possible. And so she came, and she was like very emotional, and she was like, thank you very much. And she said, I went through this. You see what I mean? Now I'm out. And she was still even thinking, I don't even know if I did the right thing. You see what I mean? When the woman who takes care of her, because she's a friend, told me her story, I was like, how could she even doubt? But because of the mental, you see what I mean? Emprise in French is emprise. Emprise, like when mentally you are so attached to the person that you can't really see.
It's called brainwashing.
Yeah. You see what I mean?
Brainwash, but I think that's what I was saying to you before. And so to cut you is why it's important to talk to other people.
It's important
because you'll be talking to the person who's your abuser, and we as humans, we talk to ourselves, and sometimes you'll be justifying their abuse and certain things. But if you've only got your own mind to do, that's what the problem. That's why you have to talk to other people.
Yeah,
that's why you have to. They see. They could give you a different perspective.
Yeah, but as well, what is because when I was with that guy, because the thing is when they isolate you. You see what I mean?
Huh?
Isolate you. They
isolate.
Isolate you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for my English.
No, I'm sorry for my English, but it's not English. It's French. It's English with a French accent. Yeah, it's not. C'est la vie.
C'est la vie, voilà. Now they isolate you, and I think this is and I think this is really, really. You have to be careful when a man wants to isolate you. Because the thing is, when they isolate you, you only hear his way, his thinking, you see what I mean? And then, so you start like being like, you see what I mean, in his own craziness.
Yeah.
And before I was a girl, I had my friends and all that kind of stuff. And they were as well like, why are you always like, we never see you anymore? Because at that time we were living together. You see what I mean? So it was even worse. So because he had me like 24 hours, you see what I mean? So, and they were like, yeah, but we never see you. If I go somewhere, I would rush back home. You see, and this is not normal. You see what I mean? But
I mean, it's normal if you got a loving, happy, healthy home.
Yes,
that's what is normal. Some people have those kind of relationships. If it's a loving, healthy, happy home, then it's okay.
Yeah, because of course at the beginning it's always of course it's not bad. You want to be in your love bubble when it's a lovey, happy, you just want to be with your man. Yeah, this one of course, yes.
And I just want to add as well, because it's not as easy and as cut as dry as we say, which is where the problem comes. Because sometimes you reach out to people who will then question you, like we said before.
Yeah.
Sometimes you reach out to people as well that sometimes when there's nothing going on, they tell you there's something going on. Like they make your relationship fuck up. This is why it's a mad balance you have to have. Mad balance you have to have. But go on, where was we?
Yeah, so I don't remember. Yeah, so actually, that woman, she came and she cried. We took her in our arms, and after the show, she talked to the woman who brought her, take care of her, and she was really like talking because so it's good. I think it's good, and mostly in the Black community, because I think white people are more like, yeah, let's talk about it, let's blah blah blah, and I think the Black community is less. You see, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna talk about it. Nobody has to know, and I think that it helps, and sometimes. I even do questionnaire like, will you talk to your daughter or to your son? Because I think men needs to be educated as well about the fact that they don't have to use violence to be heard or to be understood. You see what I mean? I think because it's good to educate women, and I'm sorry, I'm not a feminist. I'm really not a feminist, but I'm really sorry because people say, we have to educate women, but we have to educate the men as well. I'm sorry. You see what I mean? No, but
I mean, I can concur. Like, I'm a man, innit?
Yeah.
Like, I might have hit in my life, like, to be honest with you, a woman 3 or 4 times. However, I'm talking like when I was in school and the girl goes to me, your mum. I remember that was the first one. Like that was in secondary school, you know? Like I remember being hit by my partner once and hitting them back. I've never hit anybody
First.
Initiated it kind of thing. And I've never ever had a full blow like you hit me, I hit you, you hit me, I hit you, you hit me, I hit you, hit me, you. However, I've had numerous occasions where I've been upset enough that I want to lash out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I feel like I'm getting pushed to lash out. Like it's like, this is in a man-woman situations. I feel certain times, this is me being a man, I feel certain times the woman in the certain situations has been confident that I'm not going to do anything to her.
Yeah.
She's gone harder. She's like pushing me in my head and doing all sorts of things because she knows the kind of guy I am. Or she knows, or she's even pushing, she's seeing how far we'll go.
But that's
she's
not
seeing how
good
far we'll
neither.
go. No, it's not good. I'm trying to leave everything for us.
Yeah, it's not good neither.
We're talking about, you said that we need to educate the boys and the girls. But I'm going to get to my point in a minute. So the only reason that I've been able to have that control, there's a few different reasons, is primarily I've got a proper upbringing. My morals are in the right place. Like I'm bigger and stronger, and I don't believe hurting someone smaller or weaker than you, whether it's a man or a woman. That's always, I despise bullying. Where am I going? I despise bullying. I lost my point now, man. I want to get it back though.
The man and the woman needs to be educated.
Oh, that was it. So I despise bullying, but the next thing is, like, because of my life, what I've had, whether it's been through ridicule or mocking or isolation or whatever, I've had to take many long, hard looks at myself in the mirror. Do you see what I'm saying? So I know, like, if I've come into a situation, I've got a few baby mums and a few situations where things could have escalated when there's children involved and certain other things.
Yeah.
When my buttons are being pressed, I've had the foresight to understand, now my emotions are running away with me.
Okay.
I don't want to hit this person. If I stay here and they keep pressing, this is what's going to happen. So it's for me to have the emotional maturity to say, let me take myself out of this situation.
Exactly.
Or why am I feeling like this? Why do I want to hit this? Will this hit in this person's soul or anything? Will getting angry, this anger, what are you going to do with this anger? And it's a comprehension of who you are. So I believe that what you're saying is correct, but I believe that an education in how to control your emotions and understand your emotions is what a lot of young men need, is what men need. So therefore, they're not acting things out, they're not manifesting where you can't control your temper or things get so much that you have to, like, it has to come out of you.
Yeah.
And like, there's been times when I've been in relationships, loads of men relate to this, you get so upset with your partner because they may be doing something for you, you throw your phone against the wall, or you smash the window, you push, and that's the same anger that other people use in abuse. But their anger is just heightened and they just have no control or there's no boundaries. It's the same anger though. And it's like, I believe that it's understanding yourself, understand your emotions, how to construe your emotions in different manners, and like acting and all that kind of stuff helps me.
Yeah.
So it goes down to parenting, it goes down to understanding the child, it goes down to allowing the person to explore their emotions, understand who they are, and understand this is good, this is bad, this is what happens here. Would you like this to happen to your mother, your sister, your brother? This is how I think. It can't happen to my kids and my family. So how dare me put my hand on another human being?
Yeah, exactly.
Not just a woman,
Exactly.
on my children, on another man. How dare me? But how dare they put their hands on me as well? I don't fuck about with that shit. If you put your hands on me, you're in trouble.
No,
but I think, going to what we're saying, women, the youngsters need to be educated and they should talk out. But the young men should be educated on understanding their emotions and feelings, opposed to just being left to do their own thing and having that same voice in their head and having no control or no comprehension of how to understand it. And that's when it lashes out, because I'm a man, I fall in love with you, I want to be with you, you don't want to be with me no more. There's emotions both ways. Right. I don't condone any kind of violence, but there's emotions both ways, and we can't cry, like we can't do this, we can't do this. So what happens, it all builds up, do you know? And then that's where some of this stuff comes from. I believe the what's the word? The belief that you don't have anywhere to go to. I can't come to you. It's like, no, my missus, I love her so much. I just trying to...
You weak man, you weak. Be a man, be a man.
So you get... So then what's the next emotion? What emotion is a man allowed to feel?
Yeah, it's allowed.
Actually, with no problem. Anger.
Yeah.
Men always angry. It's anger. We can be angry. No one can tell us nothing if we're angry, because we're men.
Because you're men.
We're men. Let's be angry. No. There's so many more emotions.
It's true.
Anger can't solve everything. And it's going to fuck you up. You know how much man is in prison because of anger?
Yeah, exactly.
How much man is not with their partners because of anger? How much man have done? You know, like this is a terrible subject, terrible topic, terrible thing to do to another person. But I know there's men who've gone through stuff as a youngsters and they do it, and immediately they've done it, they are remorseful. They didn't want to do it, but they've got no control over themselves. They need help.
Yeah,
But they needed help from the beginning.
Exactly.
They need understanding from the beginning. But yeah, sorry to get on a soapbox. Go on.
No, but it's good.
It's real,
it's real and it's happening. And I think, and that's why for me to stay for the kids is not a good situation,
you
because
never stay for the kids.
the
Even
kids
if you
will
leave for the
see.
fucking kids. That's why you leave.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
That's the
why you
reason.
leave.
That's your reason to leave. So they won't. First, the girl, she won't think out. So that this is how it works. A man can hit me, it's fine. You see what I mean? And a man will say, okay, I can hit my woman because my dad did it, so it's fine. So, so yeah.
It's a problem, man. I'll tell you, I want to be honest, but I'm not going to.
No, what? Say it.
Huh?
It's your show. Just go. Feel free.
I shouldn't have fucking started saying. Yeah, I had a problem before where I was that angry that I nearly took my baby mum's head off because she kept pressing my buttons. So I just stopped going to the house.
Yeah.
I ain't seen my kids for like 5 years now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So what happened was I took myself out because I understood my emotions in that situation, between my emotions, the pressure of the situation, the children, everything, and certain issues that I had personally, which alcohol and drug taking at the time, I don't drink no more, was just too much.
Yeah.
So and then there was a moment, it was ongoing. There was a moment she was like, and I crossed the room. Like in no time. Like she goes, and I crossed the room, I was right in her face. I said, no. And I got here, was it like this? I was like, no. And after that, I had to leave.
Yeah.
I don't think she doesn't understand that. She's got no comprehension of it. What she's got there, she won't even let me see my children right now. I don't know what she's got in her head or whatever, but I tried to do the thing that I'm supposed to do, but then the way she's behaving is like, it's just more abuse. Like,
exactly.
It's abuse.
It's
You should be the
both sides.
fucking man and fucking stand.
No, it's both sides.
Mate, I was a man and left, cuz.
It's both sides.
You know what I'm saying? No, because now, irrespective of everything else that's gone on, my children never saw that. They never saw their mum and dad even just arguing.
Yeah.
It was argue,
Yeah.
and then it escalates.
Yeah.
Like I said, there is no condoning this kind of behaviour. But especially even in this current climate now, when there's not that much money.
Yeah, exactly. People are stressed.
Children, and they're not even thinking about it. They're just having sex willingly. You've got a child now you're stuck in them. You're stuck in the same house with a person. There's no money for the bill.
Yeah, exactly.
Pressure.
Yeah, it's pressure.
Pressure bust pipes.
Yeah.
Come
so I
on,
have to
let's
be
talk about
careful.
You.
Me?
I'm gonna have to delete that out of the show though, you know. I don't know if we can have.
No.
have
We
my
leave
business
it. We
out
leave
there.
it.
No, because it's
We
real
need
like that.
to
Like I'm
know.
saying, I was that close, but no, never ever. There's nothing.
No,
there's
but
nothing
I
that can
think it's
condone it.
good. It's good to have that conversation. That's why I wanted to do the conversation after, because I think as well men need to talk, because it's not a woman show, it's not a woman thing. I don't want people to think it's only for women. And this is the thing, we always do things for women. You see what I mean? And men need as well to express themselves. So, and it will help. It's not that they have to say everything, but at least to give them a place where they can freely speak, you see, and understand why some go to the violence. You see what I mean? And how it can be stopped. How do we stop it?
Me personally, I think it's an emotional response. I think that I've never done it like that. I can't comprehend it why you put your hands on someone that you love, let alone somebody else, if you know you've got the power to damage them. However, I think that you need to, it's through counselling, it's through conversations, it's through understanding yourself. When you understand yourself, then that's it. And that's the you have to understand yourself and not put yourself in certain situations. It's as simple as that. Like to me, it's as simple as that. Don't put yourself in certain situations. If you can't handle it, don't be in that situation. What are you doing there?
It's true.
You know what I mean? And then not feeding not just the ego, but not feeding desire. Because people are out there fucking willy-nilly and doing certain things, and then it's like you wake up next to someone you don't want to be next to, and you're arguing, but the next thing tonight when you have another drink, you want to jump back in bed with the cunt. Like, allow that.
Yeah.
Allow it. Suffer a bit and live your life properly. Like, I mean, suffer suffer solitude for a little while. Be on your own.
It's true.
Enjoy your own company.
It's true.
Learn yourself.
It's true. I think that's the thing.
People don't
People
wanna be on their
people
own.
don't want to be. Yeah. Sometimes it's good to be alone.
There's nothing wrong with it. You was born on your own, you died alone. And it's tell you what, you're not gonna fucking abuse yourself within reason. Within reason. Oh, no. You don't want to beat yourself up. Listen. You don't want to actually beat themselves up. I know people do self-harm and all that stuff. That's different. That's a level of mental health. But anyone in a relationship, they're like, no, I don't know how to beat myself up. I won't beat myself up. If I don't masturbate, but I do stroke my skin. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I touch myself, but not like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, I love my ass. Shit. So, I digress. So with Bijou de Lamb,
Oui.
yeah, that's
Oui.
it right?
Oui.
That's it right?
Oui.
Oui. I don't want to go to toilet. Bijou de Lamb, what is your ultimate goal?
Oh, my ultimate goal. Both. The super, sorry. Obviously, I would like to tour with the show.
Tour the world? Tour certain countries?
Yeah, why not? Let's be crazy.
Okay, it's a universal thing.
Yeah, exactly. No, I would like to really be able to tour. And that's why actually I wanted to bring the play in UK because, you know, I thought, okay, I have to put it, I mean, we still do it in Brussels, but I really want it to be like play in Paris, in London, you know, at least the big cities. You see what I mean? Because it's manageable and it's possible to do it. But then as well, I really want to bring awareness about that, about domestic violence and how it can be stopped. And because, you know, when I went to Ivory Coast in April, I was I had the honor actually to be able to show some extract of the play to young people, like they were 12 to 14. And it was really good because actually I was showing some extract and I was asking them question about how do you think that the woman should have react, or the men, and all that kind of stuff. And I thought they were really mature, really for their age, but it actually they really love it, and it was they were able to talk about about domestic violence, and I actually really loved that experience. So I hope that I will be able to do that again.
You will?
Yeah. So to be because because I think it's really really important, and you see, and so we actually had to take over 10 minutes of a French class, and the teacher. So after that we did the session, the teacher after opened up as well and said, well, you know, I was abused. My husband abused me for 10 years, and the tribe she's coming from, they don't allow divorce. So she couldn't. So she was not supposed to divorce. So she changed the city. She divorced and changed the city. But then the family didn't want to talk to her. Only her mom talked to her. But her mom didn't support her. She could understand why she divorced, but she couldn't openly, publicly support her because of the culture. So see what I mean? Yeah.
The person's brave.
Yeah.
The teacher's brave.
She's brave. So after 10 years, she left. And then the other guy, there was another guy, he was a kind of a coach. And after, he was even talking to us about his problem with it was not really abuse, but like for him, it was, because you see, you have the mental abuse as well, that his ex-girlfriend was doing to him and all that kind of stuff. So you see, when you do stuff and it was aimed to young people just open up because they feel that they can talk to you and, and all that kind of stuff. And obviously, of course, I have as well to say, I was in an abusive relationship and I don't like, you see, and the thing is, I hate that. I don't like to come, because for me, it's like I'm naked. You see what I mean, in front of people. And so,
Yep.
But I'm thinking, okay, if it can help someone to open up and, so then it's fine. I can share my story.
You was born naked.
I know, but
you're a woman, but even for men, some people they look at you, they undress you with their eyes.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Because if it's only for your speech, you also know naked is a state of mind. Nakedness is a state of mind, you know? You could go into a room like dressed to the nines, but like just feel naked. Like you could feel
Yes,
naked.
yes,
It's
yes,
mad.
yes,
You
yes.
don't know nobody.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
cool. You're there, you can feel naked. In the
Yeah.
same place, you can feel fully clothed. You know,
Yeah.
like it's crazy. Like you could have a bikini on, but feel like, yeah, I'm fully, I can do this, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
It's a state of mind still, man. But I commend you so much, Christine, for everything you've done and everything you're doing for for humanity. Because it's not just for females; it's for both sides of the
Both
the
sides,
thing.
of course.
And I believe that through what you're doing is things you've created change already. We've discussed a lot of stuff. I've learned stuff from you. Other people learned stuff from you. We're gonna work together on this project, so that's gonna create more change. But like you said, I think this is the most important thing is communication.
Now, but anyway, I just want to thank you as well, Ayo, for
De rien. Is that right? De rien.
De rien, yes.
De rien, my friends. Ooh la la.
Yeah, your friend is coming back.
Come on, you take that. And let's just try and whiz through some of these general knowledge questions with you right now. That's how we're gonna wrap up the show.
Yeah.
I was listening to you. I was just trying to figure out how to send that message out. I'm terrible on the anti-social media, but I'll get better.
Okay.
Right, we're gonna fire through these questions.
How many?
I don't know.
5, 2, 3?
All of them.
No.
What's your favorite quote?
It's a verse quote because I'm a Christian. What is it again? Don't be afraid. In the Joshua 1.
Joshua 1.
Joshua 1. Is that
Joshua.
Josué in French.
Joshua.
And this is when God tells Joshua to go after Moses. You see what I mean? And take over Canaan. You see what I mean? And God says that he will be with him, that he shouldn't be afraid, that he should follow God's laws, of course, and that if he does, then he will succeed.
Okay. Nice. What's your pet hate?
What?
What don't you like when people do stuff like picking their nose, farting, burping, shouting?
Yeah, farting and burping, yes.
No, what's your pet hate? I'm just saying, I don't like people who cough outside and don't cover their mouth. There's something people do.
There's so many things. I think
just one.
Okay, the one thing is when they go to the toilet and don't wash their hands.
Oh, sacre bleu! What's the worst thing you've ever seen?
The worst thing I ever seen, I think it was a movie that really shocked me. It was about surf movie or
Snuff.
No, snuff movie.
Never watched that.
I didn't know that it was. No, it was a movie. It was not a snuff movie. It was a movie about that.
Movies.
Yeah, a police officer who realized
8mm.
Yeah, I was so shocked.
I'm a G, innit? You lot don't mess about my movie knowledge. Look at that. Imagine, you know, all the films old.
It's an old movie.
Yeah, I know it's old. Nicolas Cage, no?
Yeah.
Come on, I know my shit. I'm an actor, innit? I know what I know. I don't know everything. I know what I know. If you died now, would you be content?
No.
Okay. If you were an animal, what animal would you be?
Cat.
Why?
I love cats.
El gato. If you were a color, what color would you be and why?
Blue.
Blue. Why?
I love blue.
I love blue. I love you.
I love bleu. I love la couleur bleue.
What's the worst thing you've ever done?
I can't say that.
Okay. What's your definition of greatness?
Bring happiness to people, bring change to people, bring hope to people.
Nice. If you had one wish, what would it be and why?
Wish. Okay, I'm gonna be selfish. I would like to go back to Africa and live in Africa.
Oh, that's nice. What was your first love?
What do you mean, men or
No,
something?
Doesn't matter. You decide what your first love was.
I don't know.
Okay.
My parents?
Your parents, I don't know.
Je sais pas.
Non, je sais pas. Je ne sais pas.
Mes parents.
Mes parents. Magnifique.
Oui, magnifique.
N'est-ce pas?
Oui, n'est-ce pas?
Well,
all his French is coming out.
Yeah. What's the best advice you've ever been given?
I've been given?
Best advice you've ever been given?
Well, actually, when I was in that bad relationship, it was another one, actually. Someone told me, I was telling a friend about the situation, and she told me, you don't leave because you haven't suffered enough. When you will have enough, you will leave. And when she said that, I said, she's so true. Consolata, big up.
So then,
That's the
big
name.
up,
Consolata.
big up. What's your earliest childhood memory? Earliest childhood memory.
I don't know.
Okay. What's your biggest inspiration? Ayo.
Ayo, of
What's
course.
what's your biggest inspiration?
Tyler Perry. For what I'm doing is Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry, yeah?
Otherwise, my biggest inspiration and my biggest source is God.
God, okay, well done. Advice to your younger self.
Ah la la, ah la la, ah la la. To my younger self. Dare more.
Dare
in
more.
everything. Dare more in everything. To dare more.
Oh, to dare more.
To dare more.
French. How do you say that? How do you say that in French?
Oser. Ose plus.
Ose plus.
Ose plus.
Ose plus.
Ose is there, plus is more.
Ose plus.
So I wish.
What do you mean? Ose plus.
Ose plus, voilà. I
Ose
wish
plus, voilà.
in every area of my life.
Okay. What's the best thing you've ever done?
The best I ever done?
The best thing you've ever done, yeah.
I think putting the play, yeah.
Do you have a party trick?
What is it?
A party trick?
What is it?
Okay, don't worry. Woo! Is it? What is this? What is this party trick nonsense? What is this? This is on your lips as well. Yeah? What is the most important lesson you've learned in your journey?
Dare more.
Demo.
There.
Oh, demo. She did that. Shit. How could you win? You couldn't write that, could you? You did that twice. I still thought it was French. Demo. Like, are we like c'est bon? C'est bon? You know like c'est bon? Because you said demo. I said c'est bon. Anyway, look, this has been Live Talks. This is Christine, amazing director, writer, actress, producer. I'm my own Fawole, we are the wizard. That's what's up. Come on!